Do you remember the first time you rode a bike? The places you would go on your new wheels. But fast forward a few years, and somewhere between your first date, traffic jams, and global warming, bikes just don't feel the same anymore.
This is Flux Electric Bike.
We started Flux because we found one of the ultimate joys of our childhood. At times just felt like a grind. We're on a mission to put the fun back into cycling and more happy riders onto cycles. Flux is simple, just turn it on and go. In pedal assist mode, Flux is exactly like riding a normal bike, just easier and faster. Don't want to pedal? You don't have to. Just push the throttle and you'll speed through the city with no effort at all. The location of the motor is a key factor in making this bike so special. Unlike most electric bikes on the market, which have their motor in the hub, ours is located in between the pedals. This takes mechanical advantage of the bike's Shimano 9-speed gears, meaning you can climb hills easier and hit top speeds quicker. Couple this efficient drivetrain with an industry-crushing 17 amp-hour lithium battery, and you can flux for 46 miles on full power. The battery has a key lock for security and can be removed in a second. Take it with you and recharge wherever you want. It even features a USB port, so you can charge all of your devices on the go. By harnessing advanced technology and elegant design, Flux bikes are your wheels for the modern world, giving you the power to zip past traffic, explore further and climb higher than ever before.
We've put these bikes through their paces on the most challenging courses we could find. They're battle-tested and designed to take a beating. Stay in control with powerful hydraulic disc brakes and Suntour suspension. When you get to the bottom, you can just power back up in record time, ready to go again and again.
The greatest barrier for people to live a healthy life is really information.
We know a lot about disease, about human disease, but we're not transmitting it to the patient. We're not using it as well as we could.
There's family history of high blood pressure and family history of heart disease. My dad had a major health incident. He had a triple bypass because of that. That kind of like switched on a light in me saying, hey, now you do have to be more proactive.
The idea was, what if we could bring blood chemistry testing directly to the home so that people could use that as a tool to know whether the things that they're doing to maintain a state of health and wellness are really working properly.
Basically, we are containing a high-grade spectrometer in a consumer product. It's a disposable cartridge that you use to sample your blood, and you insert this cartridge into the instrument.
I envision the core reader as part of your morning routine, touching the cartridge to your arm, putting it into the reader device, and walking away. Within 5 minutes, the core data goes up to the cloud, where it's acted on by our algorithms. Then that data gets returned to your smartphone.
Data is great, but data is useless unless you actually are able to apply it. I'm not a scientist, I'm not a physician. I wouldn't know if an LDL is above range or below range. What should I do about it?
We've built in tools which help users better control some of the things which are not working. They're able to go into the app and get tips from other people who have also had a similar issue from a diet perspective, from exercise perspective, from a supplement perspective. They're really able to share things that gave them a positive impact on a particular key indicator.
If you are a competitive cyclist or a runner or skier or whatever it may be, it'd be pretty fascinating to track that and to see kind of what your diet is like and how it's affecting you. You know, I need more carbohydrates on the bike, or I'm not eating enough protein, or whatever it might be. And then know what to eat and when to eat it.
As your body evolves, as your health conditions change, you're able to see it and you're getting feedback and you're also getting the social support. So I would imagine if Core had a personality, it would be sort of a very sincere friend.
Core can give people the opportunity to take control much more so than has been possible in the past.
We need to get core out there in the hands of people. And once we do, it's going to become very clear the benefits of this additional data that we're providing, basically as a way to give people access to the tools they need to take control and take charge of their own wellness.
Your passions, your hobbies, your experiences define who you are. And you shouldn't have to sacrifice fully living, ever. Onagafly, the world's first smart nano drone, helps you capture, share, and experience the most meaningful and exciting moments of your life. Toss Onagafly into the air and instantly be ready to film, throw, and fly. It's that easy. Onagafly's auto-follow feature locks onto you and follows you around. You're free to live the experience. With P2P live streaming function, share your Onagafly video live to other mobile devices. Onagafly is highly portable and takes off from the hand with no hassle. You can hover your drone at a particular distance or manually control its flight path. Users of all ages and experience levels can navigate Onagafly effortlessly, both indoors and outdoors. Use smile detection to automatically take the images you want when you want, and share the moment right away to your favorite social media. Play with Onagafly just like playing video games with the tilt control mode. It's designed to capture you from the best angle. With a cutting-edge obstacle avoidance technology, Onagafly will automatically detect anything in its path and seamlessly shift direction to escape contact. Its brushless DC electric motor gives Onagafly the longevity of 5,000 hours at only 140 grams. The specs pack a punch. GPS module enables auto-follow technology. Wi-Fi module allows for connection with smart devices. Infrared obstacle avoidance senses 360 degrees. Lastly, 15 megapixels camera captures awesome photos. With Onagafly, you can share your whole world from the palm of your hand.
Throughout history, sleep is and has been a huge problem for a lot of people. Why is it, in an age when we can send a picture instantly to anyone in the world, we can't come up with a solution to help people who are not getting a good enough night's sleep? That question hit home for me in 2012 when my own daughter was diagnosed with a sleep disorder. To call the drug that was prescribed to her harsh would be a gross understatement. It was GHB, and that name might not mean much to you, but it's the date rape drug. And I remember thinking to myself, is this the best we can do? Give a 17-year-old girl the date rape drug in order to sleep better? Why don't any sleeping solutions work? Why do we accept harsh drugs as a solution? Why is it that gimmicky products that claim to track our motion when we sleep get bought by the millions? I think people started accepting these solutions because they gave up on finding a real solution. My job is to invent things that solve problems. A lot of times, instead of specific things, inventions address broad issues. I knew if this problem was going to be solved, I couldn't just solve her problem. I couldn't just solve sleep disorders. I had to solve sleep. And that's what I did. I had to start by defining sleep. Sleep is a mystery, but one thing we do know is that our brain activity rate has to be really slow for our bodies to be asleep. The challenge then was to find a way to intentionally slow your brain rate, and what I found were binaural beats, and frankly, they're amazing. On the surface, binaural beats seem to just be two tones, one played into each ear, but there are actually so much more. Each tone is set to a very specific but different frequency. When these signals cross in your brain adapts to them. So depending on how you set these frequencies, you can raise or lower your brain rate. The studies behind binaural beats speak for themselves. However, binaural beats, although effective, can only slightly change your brain rate. When you first go to bed, your brain rate is about 50 hertz. To fall asleep, it's got to get all the way down to 10 hertz. We discovered that your brain won't adapt if the beats try to get your rate from 50 all the way down to 10 in one shot. It's just too big a leap. But what they can do is take you to 45, and then to 40, and then to 35, and so on. So the question became, how do we know when to change the beats at the right time? The answer is, with this. With just this little guy, we can monitor your brain rate. When we put this in charge of the binaural beats, it knows exactly what tone to play. When your brain rate lowers, the chip records that and lowers the tones accordingly. And when we combine all these elements, we came up with this. We call it the Sleep Shepherd. At night, when you're getting ready for bed, all you do is put it on and hit Start Sleep on the app. It instantly begins monitoring your brain rate and begins to play the right binaural beats. As the Sleep Shepherd senses your brain rate lowering, it changes the tones. It's smart too, because it knows when you fall asleep. And when you do, it turns off the tones, but it continues to monitor your brain. If the Sleep Shepherd senses your brain is waking up, the tones will turn back on and guide you back to a deeper sleep. Because the Sleep Shepherd keeps you in deeper sleep for longer, you can get the same amount of sleep you usually do, but now those hours are going to count more. Because of its organic shape, because it's lightweight, because the fabric breathes so well, the Sleep Shepherd is incredibly easy to sleep in. On your back, on your side, it doesn't matter. You're going to forget you have it on. The Sleep Shepherd is not some 3D render that might get made once we get funded. Both the fully functioning Sleep Shepherd and app for iPhone and Android are ready right now. There are a lot of features with the Sleep Shepherd we're really excited about. It tracks every aspect of your sleep, how long you're asleep, what kind of sleep you're in, even your head orientation during the night. And it holds on to this data so you can see how it improves your sleep over time. In the morning, the Sleep Shepherd uses the same concept it used to put you to sleep, but in reverse, to wake you up. Over time, it gently wakes your brain up. Everyone's had that morning where you wake up and feel refreshed. But it's more than that. You wake up, you're ready. You're alert, you're excited. You wake up and you feel incredible. That's what it's like when you wake up with the Sleep Shepherd. My daughter's been using the Sleep Shepherd every night. And as of December 2013, she's off the GHB completely. She's sleeping better, and her life has changed for the better. For the first time, we have a real solution for sleep, and we think that's something to get excited about.